Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Vanessa Pacheco here at the Digital News Desk at Fox 10. Thank you for joining us. If you're tuning in through Facebook, just make sure to chime in on any of the stories that I'm talking about today. So I do have my Facebook app open just in case you join the conversation. If you are tuning in, let us know where you're tuning in from. And also, how hot is it in your area? Let me know. We're going to talk about gas prices and this heat. So just let me know where you're tuning in from, and then also how hot is it's in your area. So again, if you're tuning in on Facebook, make sure to comment. We're also streaming live on our website, through our apps, through YouTube. So yeah, just make sure to join the conversation. So we have a few stories today. One that's really getting some attention today is Taylor Swift. Really, anything that has to do with Taylor Swift gets tons of attention. But if you haven't heard yet, Taylor Swift fans in the US and Canada are ecstatic after the pop star announced she's adding more North American show dates to her Eras Tour. So the last dates in the US were supposed to be the current 6-night engagement that's in Los Angeles that ends August 9th. But she took to Twitter and announced there will be now 15 more shows in 4 North American cities in October and November of next year. So there will be 3 shows each in Miami, New Orleans, and Indianapolis. There will also be 6 shows in Toronto. So the opening act for all the fall 2024 North American shows will be Gracie Abrams. And verified fan registration for the U.S. show is open and closes Saturday. So it's now open and closes Saturday. So Swift didn't say these were the final dates, so there's a possibility that there could be more shows added to her Eras Tour. So yeah, so that's pretty good news for people that love Taylor Swift. Obviously, there's 3 shows added in the New Orleans area, so that's not far from where we're at. We're here in Mobile, Alabama. So yeah, I'm sure people are going to go crazy over those tickets. I'm not sure how much they're worth, but I'm sure it's up there. But if you do want to go to those, obviously it won't be until next year, later in the year, next year. So you're going to have to wait. But better to have those sooner than later, because I know those things sell out. All right. Paul is tuning in. He says he's 96 in Midtown. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Dwayne, hi. Says it's humid in Clark County where he works. Lamar, hi. And then Dwayne says it's 95 degrees to be exact. Yes, it is hot out there. So if you do have an outside job, just make sure to stay hydrated. If you can, stay indoors, but it is hot. And July was a hot month. I'm just expecting August to be even worse. Holly says it's 99 in Saraland. Wow. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. And Christian says Taylor Swift is coming to Alabama. Yes, I think we talked about it today during Studio 10. So I'm sure people are excited. Really cool concerts going on right now, especially in the month of August and September. So I want to go to a concert, but I'm not sure what concert I want to go to. So I know Beyonce is doing one this month too. I think it's New Orleans. So I'm sure people are going to go to that. So it'll be great to see whether you see it live. Obviously better live than online, but it'll still be neat to see. All right, so going from Taylor Swift to Lizzo, not sure if y'all have heard, but there's a lawsuit against her by 3 of her former dancers. They accuse the singer of sexual harassment and creating a very hostile work environment. So Lizzo denied the allegations in a lengthy post on social media, writing, quote, "My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized," end quote. So the Grammy-winning artist called the allegations false, unbelievable, and outrageous. She dismissed the accounts of her former employees as sensationalized stories. Behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. So Lizzo particularly took issue with the accusation that she berated, then fired a dancer for gaining weight. So she wrote, quote, "I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and would absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. So we'll see what goes on with this case. Obviously, these dancers are accusing her of certain things. So there is that lawsuit against her, and she spoke out. I believe that was yesterday. So we'll see what happens with that. Not taking sides here, just seeing what happens, and I guess we'll eventually find out. Okay, let's see who's tuning in. Christian, I went to the Walker Hayes concert at the Wolf in Orange Beach on the 25th. That's cool. So you already got a concert in. I need to do that. That was in July. Okay. Elizabeth, thanks for joining. She says it's really hot in Southeast Oklahoma. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, everyone that's tuning in right now, we're in the 90s. It's hot. It's hot. Just stay hydrated. I will keep saying it. Okay, so we talked about Taylor Swift, Lizzo. Let's talk about Kylie Jenner. Yeah, so Kylie Jenner just got Bratsified with her new doll. The reality star who got her fame from obviously Keeping Up with the Kardashians is now teaming up with Bratz. It's the doll brand's first ever collaboration with a celebrity. So the limited time mini Bratz collection includes 6 dolls, all based off of the iconic looks Jenner has pulled off in the past, like her 2019 Met Gala mermaid gown. You can see that there. So she's teaming up with them. The figurines are available to buy now at select retailers. So take a look at these dolls. Yeah, so I was reading, I guess they said that they feel like Jenner, I guess, the Bratz doll. Some people are saying, like, no, she doesn't really remind me of the Bratz dolls, or, you know, their style. But, I mean, at least they're collaborating with the celebrities. So, yeah, if you're into Bratz dolls, hey, Kylie Jenner Bratz dolls. I did not grow up with Bratz dolls. I did Barbie dolls, Cabbage Patch dolls. So Bratz wasn't something that, that was in my time. So maybe that tells how old I am, but still cute dolls though, cute dolls. Dennis Clark, thanks for tuning in, and PJ also tuned in, said Elton John, 1975. Is that when you went to the concert? If you did, whatever year you went to an Elton John concert, lucky and pretty cool. Okay, let's see, what other stories do we have? Okay, who eats Doritos? I do, but you may want to hear about this recall. So they are recalling some of the bags of Doritos for not including a soy and wheat warning. So Frito-Lay announced a voluntary recall of 14.5 ounce and the 1 ounce bags of nacho cheese flavored Doritos. That's usually the go-to, or the ranch flavor, but sold at retail stores and other outlets in Pennsylvania. So this is in Pennsylvania. So if you live in that area, keep in mind there is a recall for this Doritos nacho cheese flavored, but the Food and Drug Administration says no allergic reactions connected to the product have been reported, but those who are allergic or sensitive to soy run the risk of a reaction if they consume the product. So the recall covers about 7,000 bags of chips, which were available in stores since June 29th. So if you live in Pennsylvania or allergic to soy, check the Dorito bags, because yeah, we don't want you to get sick there. So I'm pretty sure you can return it or contact them for like a refund on that. That's usually how the recalls work. But Doritos, I mean, that's a popular flavor right there. So keep that in mind. That is a recall that we came across today. Linda is tuning in from Columbus, and PJ said yes, he went to go see Elton John in 1975. That is cool, especially since last month he announced that no more. I mean, we don't know if that's like his last concert, but we do know that he said he's not doing any more of these tours, you know, these road trips and stuff like that. So I'm sure we'll eventually see him perform from time to time, but nothing like what he's been doing. And the road trips, years of it, he said he's done. But I do think it's pretty cool that you went to an Elton John concert. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining the conversation. Let's talk about sleep now, okay? I tend to get about, and this isn't good, but I tend to get about 4, maybe 5 hours of sleep every day. I have that morning shift, so I'm usually up around 4 a.m. So And I also like to stay up late. That's how I've always been, and I've adjusted to my schedule working the morning shift. So I typically go to sleep at like 11 p.m. and then have to wake up around 4. Sometimes maybe push it to 12 a.m. So I'm typically getting like 4 solid hours at least. But on the weekends, I always tell people on the weekends, I tend to make that up. But there's this study that says more sleep on the weekends could be hurting your gut health. So a study published in the European Journal of Nutrition finds that irregular sleep patterns may increase gut bacteria linked to obesity, diabetes, inflammation, and heart problems. Researchers say sleeping in for about 90 minutes longer on the weekends can disrupt the body's internal clock. They call the disruption social jet lag and say it has been linked to poorer diets as well. So the study included about 1,000 adults who had regular and irregular sleep schedules. Scientists recommend having regular sleep patterns in order to maintain a healthy gut. So I don't know if this applies to me. Obviously, there's tons of research studies done out there. So I don't know if this applies to me because I feel like I have a healthy gut, TMI. But yeah, just maybe this could be you if you're not getting the same amount of sleep from the weekdays to the weekend. But for me, I tend to take a few more hours in the morning to sleep in. That's just because, waking up at 4 in the morning, Saturdays and Sundays, let me wake up at like 9, okay? Let me just wake up at 9. Holly said sleep. What's that? Holly, you sound like you've been busy, okay? You sound very busy, so yeah, but you have to get sleep. Overall, we know sleep is good for our health, so you have to get some sleep. I'm not sure if 4 hours is good, but I try to make up for it on the weekends for sure. So I look forward to like those Saturdays, like 9 a.m. Let me get 5 extra hours of sleep. That way I can catch up from all the sleep that I've lost during the week. Okay, from sleep to heat. Y'all been telling me the heat in your area, 99, 95, 96. Yes, that's what we're all feeling right now. So this extreme heat and higher crude oil costs have driven up gas prices to their highest level this year. So according to AAA, the average U.S. cost for a gallon of regular hit $3.82 today. That's 28 cents more than a month ago. Prices at the pump haven't been that high since November of last year. However, it's still a lot cheaper than the peak average price of $5 a gallon in June of last year. So according to AAA, hot weather has hampered output at oil refineries, which aren't built to operate in temperatures above 95 degrees. So in extreme heat, companies scale back production for safety and efficiency purposes. So yeah, how much is gas in your area? So here's some gas prices. I looked up some gas prices, the cheapest gas prices. So this is according to AAA. So here's some of the cheapest gas prices for regular gas in the U.S. So according to AAA, Mississippi has the lowest average at $3.33. I mean, we're rounding up here. Louisiana is about $3.44. Alabama is $3.45. So we're up there. We're the top 3 as far as when it comes to like cheap gas or the cheapest gas. The highest is California, around $5. Would not want to be there because California usually stays at the highest. $5, that's a lot. That's a lot. But, looking back at these, I mean, we're at $3.45 here in Alabama. And Mississippi, you got the cheapest gas prices right now. So if you're nearby, maybe you want to fill up the tank because that's the cheapest right now. But honestly, if you think about where we were a few years back, $3, that's still up there, but I think we've gotten used to it throughout the years. So, yeah, Dwayne says he tries to going to the other story, he tries to get 6 to 7 hours of sleep a day. That is good. That is what we're supposed to be getting. Apparently, we're supposed to get like 8 hours of sleep, so that's pretty good. And yes, gas prices are crazy right now. Holly says yes, they are. $3 still to me is a lot. I remember moving to Mississippi in 2020. I have a picture, mine, that was when the pandemic had just started. So I have a picture from April 2020. Gas was like $1.15. And this was in Petal, Mississippi. I remember I took the picture. And then sometime last year, it's like, bam, $3. And yeah, so we've had some high gas prices. And you know, you can be the person that, like, when you go to the gas station, you fill up your entire tank, or you can be the person that's like $15, $20 here and there. Whatever you choose is still up there. So yeah, hopefully they'll come down. But apparently 29 cents, 28 cents more than last month. Hopefully it doesn't go up for the next month. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. So we're going to talk about this heat and something good to eat during this heat. Watermelon, of course. And speaking of watermelon, today is Watermelon Day, National Watermelon Day. So it comes around every August 3rd. That's today. So go ahead, pick one up at your local farmer's market, or pick your own watermelon patch, or go and pick one out at your own watermelon patch. Cut it up in wedges or make a fruit salad. You can post it on social media as well and use the hashtag National Watermelon Day. And some fun facts about watermelons: they're about 90% water and come in an estimated 1,200 varieties. What? 1,200 varieties? Listen, watermelon sounds really good. I think for me, when it comes to watermelon, I tend to eat it when it's in front of me, like someone cut up some watermelon. I'm like, oh. And then when you try, you're like, oh my gosh, why don't I eat watermelon more often? But for it to be 90% water, that sounds pretty good, and a good way to stay hydrated, maybe? Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to this Digital News Desk edition of today's trending stories. Dwayne says he misses when gas was less than $2. I think we all do. Holly, I was mentioning Petal, and Holly said her family is from Petal. What a coincidence. It's a small world after all. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, for sure, tune in to our broadcast in the afternoon. Obviously, we're on in the mornings. We take a little small break, and then we're back at it around 4 o'clock. So make sure to tune into that. You can always watch us wherever you're watching from. You can watch us through our app. You can watch us through our website. So yeah, there's no excuse here. So just grab that phone, and you can go to www.fox10tv.com, and you can watch the live there, or if not, you can download our app. But stay cool out there. I think I always say that, but stay cool out there. Stay hydrated. Thanks for joining, and yeah, let's do this again.